The hardest battles you'll ever face aren't fought with weapons. They're fought in the silence of your mind. And the stakes? They're higher than you think. Every choice you make is a crossroads between dharma and adharma. But what is dharma? Is it rules carved in stone? Or is it something deeper, more profound? Let's start with a question. Have you ever made a choice that felt right in the moment but left a weight on your soul? That's the shadow of adharma. Now, picture this. A king, wise and powerful, loved by his people. But slowly, he begins to take shortcuts. He starts justifying lies, cruelty, and greed with the words, "It's for the greater good." The kingdom prospers for a while. But one day, it crumbles. Not because of an external enemy, but because the king abandoned his dharma. And here's where it gets real. Adharma rarely announces itself. It sneaks in, dressed as ambition, as convenience, as logic. It convinces you, just this once, it won't hurt. And that's where the battle begins, not in the world, but within you. So, what is your dharma? It's not a list of rules. It's your truth. It's the courage to act with integrity, even when no one is watching. It's what aligns you with the natural order of the universe. But here's the challenge, it's not always the easiest path. Think of Arjun, standing frozen on the battlefield, torn between his duty and his emotions. Krishna didn't hand him the answer on a silver platter. Instead, he said, "Look within. What does your dharma demand?" And that's what I'm asking you now. Pause for a moment. Reflect on the choices you've made recently. Were they rooted in truth, or were they driven by fear, greed, or convenience? Because here's the undeniable truth, every choice shapes your path. One step towards dharma brings clarity and purpose. One step towards adharma brings chaos. But what if the path isn't clear? What if both roads look the same? The battle between dharma and adharma isn't black and white. It's fought in the gray zones, the moments when doing the right thing feels impossible, and the lines between right and wrong blur. So here's the question I'll leave you with. When the time comes to decide, will you know what your dharma truly demands? Or will you take the step that feels easy, only to wonder later if it led you astray? The answers aren't simple. But maybe, just maybe, they're closer than you think. Your journey has just begun. In our next video, we'll dive into these gray zones, exploring how to find clarity when the lines between right and wrong blur. Because that's where the real test lies. Like, share and subscribe if you want to dive deeper and solve the never-ending spiral of questions.